Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Hunt. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over great field position. 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. You may hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kareem Hunt with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Bears 7, Vikings 0. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
In motion, the tight end. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Vikings, nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Score Bears 21, Vikings nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nwangu now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
second down, they go right back to Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this incomplete. Oh, my. He might have been celebrating in the end zone if he'd held on. Nearly picked, but instead, it'll bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Bears field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss, couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
He finds his man Johnson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Chase Claypool with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Bears 31, Vikings nothing. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On first down, Wilson. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Second and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Fields on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! touchdown, Chicago. Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This one taken just inside the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he's got some space here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run it again with Cook. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On second down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 5. It's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Fields going to hold on to it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Nwangu now from his end zone. Up to midfield. Kene Nwangu. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Now the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 26.
Makes the score Bears 40, Vikings 14.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Open man completes it to Claypool. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And he missed it. Not only was it wide right, didn't even look to have the distance either. Wow. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That's good. For Vikings, 1st down.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
46, Vikings 14.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 89 yards pushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A good run there by Cook on first down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after try forthcoming. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Bears 46, Vikings 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
On first down, it's Fields. Pass complete downfield. It's Raymond. Touchdown. Khalif Raymond, 49 yards. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nuwanger now from his end zone. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Here's Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Now for the point after. To the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go.
And there he goes again. 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Vikings are able to claw one back.
Again, help me, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Wilson's pass intercepted.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's Dominic Robinson who comes in and makes a play.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Second down, they go right back to Cook. Room here to run. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 141 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by